So, ma'am, is it difficult for a woman to be in army?
Right now, you have women in the army in many branches, ordnance and signals, even in Air Force. They are now in the flying branch.
Was it a struggle to reinvent yourself?
After 3 months, I got up and I, kind of took a call as to what is to be done. And then I opened an online clothing store.
So, ma'am, you always wanted to be the entrepreneur, that means.
Yes, I was very clear that there's one life and I'm not going to lead doing just one thing which was decided, in my childhood that I'll become a doctor.
You are enjoying this, like the traveling part of it. So, he's still serving and you're in Goa and then you join him sometimes here.
I love traveling, though I love traveling more by road. I'm not so fond of traveling by air. In fact, my first bike, Harley, I had picked up in Lucknow only.
Stray dogs हैं तो अगर आज वो नहीं काट रहे, but you can't predict the nature of an animal, right?
What I feel is no animal should be there on the road searching for their own food. Cold may be bahar hai. There are a lot of things. Should not be on the road. They should have a place where they are fed, where they can be there. This thing is also not correct कि उनको निकाल के सबको शेल्टर में बंद कर दो.
जो बिल्कुल एनिमल लवर हो उसी को डॉग रखना चाहिए.
लोग कुत्ता तो ले लेते हैं, है ना? Initially, a lot of people get कि चलो birthday present में या किसी ने gift कर दिया. But it's a 15-17 years commitment.
How difficult and how easy it is to be in army and to sustain that life?
If you do well in that surgery, but that respect you have to gain every time in
After every 3 years. अब क्या difference आपको लगता है कि the kids who are coming now in FMC and your times?
The kids are very smart who are now in FMC. Very smart and very clear about their objectives in life. We were clear, doctor बनना है वहाँ तक clear था. Till the last minute I was not clear whether I want to take gynae or I want to take anesthesia.
Namaste everyone. Welcome back to the podcast Vibe with Neha. Today's episode is truly special. We have with us a woman of immense strength, discipline and heart. She has served the nation as a gynecologist in the Indian Army, lived the life of resilience, responsibility and sacrifice. And after her premature retirement, she has chosen a completely new path, building a beautiful, soulful pet home in Goa, where she cares for animals with the same compassion she once extended to patients. Please welcome Colonel Dr. Madhu Chaudhary, a soldier, a healer, and an inspiring entrepreneur who has reinvented her life with courage and love. Welcome, ma'am. Welcome to my podcast.
Thank you so much. Good morning, Neha. Thank you for inviting me to your show.
Ma'am, it is truly my honor.
Thank you.
Ma'am, can you take us back to your days in the army?
My days in the army, I'll take you back to the time, when I was a kid, because I'm an army kid. My father was also in the army. So I grew up in the army environment and, my father kind of groomed me to become a doctor. I always knew that I'll become a doctor and I worked towards it. And finally, when I joined FMC, I was very happy. And, that was my path towards becoming an army doctor. And my around 25 years in the army were really great. I enjoyed every bit of it. In spite of me taking PMR, I was never unhappy in the army. Army was like a family and my experiences in army were always good. Always, I had something to learn from all my experiences. I got to live in such good places. In such circumstances, I had to do with, less also. But it was a really good experience. And if somebody would ask me even today, youngsters do ask me whether, we should join army. And I always encourage them. In fact, my younger daughter has been saying that she wants to join the army. And I'm encouraging her because I think that is one thing we all must do. It gives you so much of discipline. It kind of shapes your personality, I feel.
So, ma'am, is it difficult for a woman to be in army?
No, not at all. Right now, see, AMC has had women since a long time.
AMC
is the Army Medical Corps. As doctors, we have been in the army the longest. Now you have women in the army in many branches, ordnance and signals, even in Air Force. They are now in the flying branch. NDA has started taking girls now. And even CMP has, army soldiers now as soldiers. They have introduced women. And it is a safe place and it's like a family. And everybody takes care of you. You get your respect, but you're not treated as different in that sense that because you're a woman, you'll be given special treatment. And that is not required also, I feel. I mean, you should be doing as much work as your other colleagues are doing and which we do. And I think that is army ke liye, I mean, for women it's a very good place.
Definitely, ma'am, it is a safe place because it's army. But then, is it easy to be in the men's world?
Yes, why not? And you don't feel different. I feel, I mean, once you become an officer, or for that matter, you come in whatever capacity, if you yourself don't make yourself, uncomfortable, you don't feel different from anywhere. I have been in such places where I was the only lady officer, or and I have been dealing with so many men and all, but it doesn't make you feel any different, because they give you the amount of respect that they would give to any male officer, provided you behave in that manner and you are consistent in that manner, and you never ask for those concessions being a woman,
Favors.
because it is not required at all. I don't think so.
They are treated equal.
Yes, definitely.
So, ma'am, what led to your premature retirement?
So I had a good 25 years. My husband is also, he's still serving. He's in the army, and I
He's
was.
also a doctor.
He's a doctor. He's a
Okay.
GI surgeon, and I am a gynecologist. So initially, when we took our PGs, people told us that you're taking such busy specialties. He's a surgeon. You will become a gynecologist. You'll never meet, and you'll
Yes.
never have family time.
Yes.
But we've had very good times. We've done our profession also very well. We've looked after our children also, and we've done everything that is required. We partied also, but for premature retirement, after some time, my husband got posted to a field posting, and I had to take a call that time. I would have also gone there most likely, because spouse postings are usually given in the army. And then I had to take a call. My children were small, they were in 5th and 7th, and I had to take a call whether I need to put them in the boarding and then move there, or whether I can just take a call right now and take PMR and kind of settle in one place and bring them up in a steadier environment. I had already done 25 years. I was thinking of taking this call. It was just that particular moment I just took the call, and thankfully, there were enough gynecologists at that time in the army, and they let me go also, for which I'm very thankful.
So, ma'am, that decision must have been really tough.
It was a tough decision. It was not a very easy decision, in the sense that I had nothing planned ahead. I was just quitting. I was very clear that I'm going to quit army, and I don't know, I was somehow very clear that I don't want to practice gynae outside in the civil world to earn money. I was very clear about that also, though I got a lot of offers, and just to prove to myself that I can do it outside also, I did appear for an interview. I got through the Ministry of Health in Oman. I was asked to join, but then I took a call and I never joined. I think that interview I just gave for myself to kind of prove to myself that I can work outside also as a gynecologist if I really want to do. But then I took a call and I didn't want to do that, but I was undecided as to what I will do. But in a sense, it was better also, because my husband was still working. I had a steady, income coming into the
Yes,
house.
yes.
So I had that leeway of giving up and, taking my time and deciding what I want to do in life.
Okay. So, ma'am, was it a struggle to reinvent yourself?
It definitely was. So when we used to joke around before I took PMR, so I used to tell my husband, at least you can cook and you can open a restaurant. I don't have any kind of a talent which I can, kind of monetize later. I didn't have anything, no such hobbies or anything. So I was not very clear as to what I will do. There was something which I used to say that, I'll open a clothes shop. I mean, I was interested in clothes. So I used to say that again as a joke. So when I took PMR, we shifted to Goa. I was very keen on staying in Goa. So I shifted to Goa. And for 3 months, I just, would look after my children and then sleep. I just slept through those 3 months. I don't know, I was sleep deprived or whatever, or I was just figuring my life out. I used to take them for classes. I used to come back. I used to sleep. After 3 months, I got up and I, kind of took a call as to what is to be done. And then I opened an online clothing store.
Okay.
It's still active. I've given it now to my daughter who's pursuing fashion design. So
Oh,
I've told her
lovely.
to now handle it. And I pursued that for some time. But after that, there was an instant which happened, and that is what led to this path which I've taken now.
Okay. So, what was that turning moment?
So, I took premature retirement in June, and we were supposed, in June of 2017, and we were supposed to go to Leh for a vacation. And I had a small dog, Pug, and I had to leave him somewhere, obviously in a boarding. and I took him around to the boardings, and I realized that there are no good boardings around. There was only one lady who used to keep them in her house.
Okay.
Okay, and she was, because she used to keep them in the house, so there were only 4 5 dogs that she could have kept at one time. So others were just kennels. So, but I had to go, so I left my dog in a kennel, and there were small cages, and it was being managed by some vet, so I thought he'll be fine. So we had a nice vacation. I came back after 20 days. I looked at my dog, and you won't believe it, I just cried. My dog had corneal ulceration. There was pus pouring out of both his eyes. There were like hundreds of parasite sticks on him. So from there, I took the dog straight to the vet. He underwent 2 surgeries, and
Oh my God.
you know, and then that is the time I realized that, you know, there is a need for a good place where pet lovers or pet parents can leave their pets, so that they are safe and they are looked after. So I said, I was living in a rented apartment at that time in a gated community. So obviously I couldn't have done it there. So I said, whenever I get a chance, I'll definitely open a pet boarding. And that's how, you know, this venture came up.
Okay, lovely. So it was your personal experience which led to your this
Yes.
decision.
Yeah, so I realized that this there is a there's a gap in the care which is required. So what I feel is, I mean, as an entrepreneur, you have to find the problem and the solution, and you've hit the
Yes,
button.
yes.
So I found the problem, I knew the solution, and so from that flat I moved on to a Indo-Portuguese house, again on rental, just because I wanted to experience living in an Indo-Portuguese house. So I took a call and I moved there. I thought, you know, I feel like after I took PMR, I had taken so many jumps, taking another jump was not difficult. I moved into that house, and that's when I decided that I want to start, you know, in-house dog boarding. So that's when I started keeping dogs in the house. So we could only keep 4 5 at a time. I had my own dogs also. But that's how the idea came up.
So, ma'am, you always wanted to be the entrepreneur, that means.
I can't really say, but yes, I was very clear that there's one life, and I'm not going to lead doing just one thing, which was decided, you know, in my childhood that I'll become a doctor, and for whatever reasons I became a gynecologist. But I was very clear that I'm going to do something else which I would want to do, you know.
So, how difficult was it, ma'am, to move from something like you were not part of it for 25 years, like you were part of medicine, right? So, how difficult was it for you to move with
So
this?
it was difficult in the sense that I had no idea about the business part of it. I had no idea how to handle that. I had no clue how to, you know,
Manage the
manage the
finances.
finances, how to get people, how to hire people, what kind of
Absolutely,
people to hire. But when I moved, I think, you know, life takes you through these paths, or I feel that, you know, destiny takes you through these paths because it has something defined
Plan
for you.
for you,
So when I moved into this Indo-Portuguese house, I also got with that house a caretaker, a person. Now he's my man Friday who manages everything. He's now a manager. He was just a painter in that house, and I met him there for the first time. And he was a hardworking guy, so I kept him. I said, "You manage my garden for me," and he stayed with me. And thereafter, I moved into my own house again. So, but I couldn't keep him. So I told him, "You stick around here in Goa, and whenever I'm able to, you know, whenever I start my business, I will call you." So he did whatever he
And you
could
did
do.
call him.
Yeah, and I called him later. And that is how he was the first person I took on with me, and he's still there with me. Past 6 years, he's been with me, and he's the person who now finally manages everything.
And now you have a team of how many people?
Now I have around 7 people,
Oh,
and he's
lovely.
the manager.
Oh, great. Very nice. Ma'am, did the army life, your years, your 25 years in army helped you with this?
Definitely. Nothing goes waste. You know, nothing goes waste. Your discipline in the army, the way you deal with people, you know, your experience of dealing with so many men, and your resilience, which you said, your way you can make do with very less things. I mean, you don't really need too much to, you know, and the idea that you can do something, you're never afraid to do anything. Army has given you that thing. I mean, I used to go on so many temporary duties, you know, to many stations. You will go to a new place, establish yourself, do whatever is available. You start operating with that, you start dealing with that, so you can move into any environment and set up anything that army teaches you. You know, you're so comfortable. So definitely that came. And the medical knowledge never goes waste. All my medical knowledge, obviously, I can now, you know, pick up finally the human body and dogs are also, it's this a similar
Both
kind of
have
a thing
souls.
only. So you can pick up a lot of things in them. You can do at least, the basic first aid to them. I have taught all my staff, they can pick up basic things in them if they are not feeling well. So all my knowledge has has come in handy in setting this up. So never, and nothing goes waste.
Okay. So, ma'am, you are balancing your life as an entrepreneur. Then just now you told that you're also an army wife. So, how do you manage all this? And where is Sir posted? Like,
So I shifted to Goa, so I'm
Okay.
settled there permanently. My daughters were also there initially for 5 years. They studied there. Then I put them in the boarding. In COVID, they were there. Thereafter, I put them in boarding in Jaipur finally. And my husband is still serving. He's posted here as in Lucknow as the commandant of Command Hospital. So I try and manage, balance the two by, going to Goa in between and staying in Lucknow in between. I mean, I try and do it by being in both places at however much time I can. So that's how I do it.
okay. So, you are enjoying this, like the traveling part of it, since Sir is still serving and you're in Goa and then you join him sometimes here. So, how is that? Does it take a toll on you or you enjoy that?
No, I love traveling. I love traveling, though I love traveling more by road. I'm not so fond of traveling by air because I don't like it. I love traveling. So many a times I do drive down. I
Okay.
love to drive down.
So, you drive down from Goa to Lucknow?
Yes, I do that a lot of times. I lot of times drive down to even my daughters in Jaipur or Gandhinagar. I do that.
Oh.
I don't think it's very difficult to kind of
You
be.
travel alone? You drive alone?
Yes,
You're also a
most.
biker?
Yes, yes. So in fact, my first bike, Harley, I had picked up in Lucknow only.
Oh, lovely.
And that was in 2014-15. I had picked up that bike. I did a lot of traveling on the bike. I mean, riding on the bike also. We traveled from Lucknow to Goa. We traveled from Lucknow to Gwalior. So we did a lot of that. We used to have our armed forces hog group.
Okay.
So, that ethos was carried through that biking group also. It used to be nice. Thereafter, of course, now I travel more by road in a car, in a vehicle,
Four-wheeler.
SUV, four-wheeler. And but I love traveling. I just love traveling, and I am trying to inculcate that habit into my daughters also.
Okay.
So like when my daughter, elder one, passed her 12th, I took her on a road trip of 20 days.
Oh, lovely.
Okay, and they love it now. Initially, my younger daughter was not very keen, but then after her 10th boards, I took her also on a road trip, and it was really great. We really had a nice time.
Ma'am, do you feel that India is becoming more sensitive towards animals?
India is becoming more sensitive also, and I feel that the kind of divisive thing which has come up because of so many incidents which have happened. Now the Supreme Court has to step into this, and there have been a lot of rulings from the Supreme Court that stray animals have to be taken off the campus of bus stands and
Yes,
schools and
yes.
colleges and all. So I feel there is a lot of there is one group, the rescuers and the feeders, and there is another group which feels that these strays are to be contained. So I feel there is a lot of, other than the empathy part of it, lot of what should I say? There's a lot of conflict which is happening between
Yes,
these people,
yes.
where it shouldn't be happening. We all should be empathetic towards the animal, but I do understand the part of the feeders
Right,
also, and the part
yes.
of the others also, because not everybody is an animal lover. You can,
Yes, ma'am. I think it is a God gift to be an animal lover.
Yeah.
Matlab, we may empathize with the animals, but we may not love them the way animal lovers do.
That is true. That's absolutely true in the sense कि आप मतलब सबको नहीं expect कर सकते कि सब उसी तरह से करें,
हाँ.
and especially अगर किसी के बहुत bad experience हुआ है, कुछ लोगों को mortally scared हो जाते हैं, they become
हाँ
mortally
जी,
because
हाँ
कोई
जी.
incident हुआ है बचपन में या कुछ भी,
Absolutely.
something like that has happened, and they get mortally scared. Then you can't expect them, then tell them कि नहीं ये तो doggy is okay, ये तो काटता नहीं.
Yes,
You
yes.
can't expect them to believe it.
Yes.
But yes, we have to find a way which has to come, a solution has to come from the government for this stray population का जो conflict which is happening with, especially
yes.
with RWAs and feeders, and this has to, we have to resolve this somehow.
जैसे स्ट्रे डॉग्स हैं, तो अगर आज वो नहीं काट रहे, बट यू कांट प्रिडिक्ट द नेचर ऑफ एन एनिमल, राइट? nowadays, so you can't predict about humans also, but
That's true. See, I have a different perspective about this. You know, the feeders feel कि नहीं feed करना चाहिए
हाँ
and हम
जी,
तो
हाँ
empathy
जी.
कर रहे हैं. The RWAs and जिनके बच्चों को काटा है या जिसको खुद को काटा है या जो गिर गया है जिसको stray dog ने वो किया है वो बेचारा तो will feel कि नहीं भाई इनको हटाओ. So there is we have to find a via media between the two. What I feel is no animal should be there on the road searching for their own food. Finally जो बेचारा रोड पे रहता है he is not able to he's neither looked after, not fed, cold में भी बाहर है, there are a lot of things. So that particular dog needs to have a place where they can they can dog or cat or जो भी है animal है, for that matter cattle also should not be on the road. They should have a place where they are fed, where they can be there. But this thing is also not correct कि उनको निकाल के सबको shelter में बंद कर दो. मतलब that is also not correct. So before you reach that stage where you can take all your animals off the road, you have to build up a infrastructure where you can accommodate these animals comfortably. वो हो नहीं सकता, as of now नहीं हो सकता. So what they are doing is perfect. What our government is doing is very right. What they're doing is the ABC system, the animal birth control system. But what I feel is it has to happen like a pulse polio kind of a thing. It has to happen everywhere at the same time. If it doesn't happen, if you pick up a few from here and do it and few from there, then you've lost it. So and if it happens at the same stage that every like pulse polio आप हर बार उसी टाइम पे कर रहे हैं, so अगर उस तरह से आप कर पाएंगे, then starting today maybe 10-12 years from now you'll be able to take all the animals off the road. And we should reach a stage where if you see an animal on the road or a dog or whatever, either that dog is abandoned or that dog is lost. We should reach that stage, which is a stage in other countries where if you find a dog, that dog is taken off the road because either he is abandoned or lost. So here it's very normal, and it's normal in the sense क्योंकि हम लोग के, I think if you go through our old scriptures also, you'll find युधिष्ठिर के साथ dog गया था वहाँ पे, he just followed him. So they have been living with us, but because we are not able to feed them and because we are not able to give them shelters, I think we should get them off the road. I mean, I'm sure a lot of feeders will not agree with it, and but I feel that it'll take at least 10 to 12 years with a effort which cannot be government alone.
Yes.
It needs governments, it needs
Absolutely.
NGOs, it needs people like us, it needs everybody. And जैसे वो होता है ना, जैसे block level पे you make PHCs.
Yes.
आपको ब्लॉक लेवल पे उस लेवल पे शुरू करना पड़ेगा शेल्टर्स बनाना, बिकॉज विलेज लेवल से आपको डॉग्स को अच्छी जगह बना के देनी पड़ेगी, एंड देन दैट लेवल से इफ यू आर एबल टू बिल्ड अ इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर and then you can take them all off the road. Now that's asking for the moon, because हमारे पास तो अभी तो human beings को we have not been able to take them off
population, ma'am, whether it is human beings or of animals, like population in India is like one thing which needs to be seen, मतलब like क्या करना है उसका. That is similarly, जैसे आपने बिल्कुल ठीक बोला कि इसको बिल्कुल हमें एक पल्स पोलियो टाइप एक कैंपेन, मतलब बिल्कुल उस तरीके से जैसे साल में 2-3 बार हो रहा है, लाइक दैट वी हैव
सेम टाइम पे हर जगह हो रहा है, तभी आप कर सकते हो. व्हाट हैपेंस इज वी हैव लॉट ऑफ दीज एबीसी प्रोग्राम्स, लाइक गोवा में ही मैं देखती हूँ, द व्हीकल विल कम, वो जैसे ही आएंगे, डॉग्स आर वेरी स्मार्ट, दे नो द व्हीकल, जैसे ही उनको व्हीकल दिखते हैं वो सब छुप जाते हैं. ठीक है, आपने ले भी लिए 4-5 डॉगी आज आपने यहाँ से उठा लिए, लेकिन वो इधर से उधर भाग जाते हैं, उधर से उधर भाग जाते हैं. सो इट हैज़ टू बी अ कंसर्टेड एफर्ट दैट ऑल आर picked up at the same time, all are neutered at the same time. Now you find a lot of advocates for that also, against it also. They say कि नहीं ये तो natural है, उनको बच्चे देना तो natural है, but these people will not adopt those children. वो बाहर पड़े रहेंगे. So I deal with a lot of these rescuers
instead
also.
of talking about the problems, I think we should work on solutions.
Yes.
Together.
Yes.
मतलब ये गलत कर रहा है, वो गलत कर रहा है, मतलब हम लोग ऐसे करते कि गवर्नमेंट गलत कर रही है या ये जो एनिमल लवर्स है इनका अलग कुछ चल रहा है, तो मतलब इसके बजाय हम लोगों को ये सोचना चाहिए कि कैसे हम साथ में मिलकर we can help the animals.
Aim should be that only, that no animal should be roaming around fetching, trying to salvage food from the kachra or whatever, not looked after. Every animal should have a home. They should at least have a place to stay, and they should have a roof on their head, and they should have food for them. That much we should be able to.
I think nobody wants to adopt them.
Adoption का तो ऐसा है, people इंडिया में तो बहुत ज़्यादा है फॉरेन ब्रीड्स का, है ना.
जी,
वी ऑल वांट कि हमारे घर में ये हो वो हो. आई थिंक इवन आई एम यू नो ऑफ दैट बिकॉज आई ऑल्सो हैव अ पग एट होम, बट आई अडॉप्टेड एन इंडी.
Okay.
एंड द थिंग इज, जब तक आप इन इंडीज़ को अडॉप्ट नहीं करोगे, एंड आई लेट मी टेल यू समथिंग, आई हैव दिस ना, सो आई हैव लॉट ऑफ फॉरेनर्स हु कम टू गोवा एंड दे अडॉप्ट आवर इंडी डॉग्स एंड दे टेक देम अब्रॉड.
See.
I have sent 3 dogs to France now. उससे पहले एक इंडी अमेरिका गया, अभी एक स्वीडन जाने वाला है. सो लॉट ऑफ इंडी डॉग्स गो अब्रॉड. हमें को खुद नहीं पता कि हमारे डॉग्स कितने अच्छे हैं.
कितने समझदार कितने इंटेलिजेंट, बट वही हम घर की मुर्गी दाल बराबर टाइप. So ma'am, do you think that parents are required to teach compassion to their children towards the animals?
Definitely. I mean, this earlier you start, the better it is. And बच्चे जो होते हैं, they are very open to everything. So आप उस समय उनमें fear instill करोगे तो वो fear सीखेंगे. उनको to take care of the animals सिखाओगे तो they will learn that. And the way to do that, because if they learn empathy towards the voiceless, then they'll definitely look after the people with voices later. एंड उनको पपीज से इंट्रोड्यूस करो, उनको स्कूल में समझाओ इसके बारे में, उनको स्ट्रे पेट शेल्टर्स में लेके जाओ, एंड विच हैपन्स इन लॉट्स ऑफ स्कूल्स, या पेट बोर्डिंग्स में लेके आओ, या उनको पेट अडॉप्शन ड्राइव्स में लेके जाओ, सो दैट दे आर एबल टू डील विद दोज एनिमल्स, स्पेशली द इंडीज विच आर देयर, एंड दे रियलाइज दैट एनी डॉग एट पपीज स्टेज इज द सेम. A breed dog or a indie ka puppy, they all look the same. They are so cute and golmol, and they're very sweet. So they all are the same. So I think at that time what you teach your child is important. And I feel ki what happens in lots of families, the parents themselves are scared and they keep the child also away from dogs ki nahi touch karna hai. I feel it should be the other way around. Aapko dar hai, koi baat nahi, matlab if you're an adult it will be very difficult, but let your child learn. Let your child learn empathy, because any person who's learned empathy for a voiceless or an animal is likely to be a good human being.
So ma'am, sometimes what happens is, like, I'm not afraid of dogs,
Yeah.
and many like me may not be afraid of dogs. But the thing is कि कुछ लोग मैम रख नहीं पाते हैं अपने, like they don't want to keep the dog at home because of whatever reasons, maybe health issues or maybe whatever. So but the children want pet at that point. When they are little, they want pet. तो मैम उनको, like, generally what happen, tendency of parents is like कि no we cannot keep because we are not dog lovers, and मतलब उतना हम प्यार नहीं दे पाएंगे. But do you think that they require more love also? तो जो बिल्कुल एनिमल लवर हो उसी को डॉग रखना चाहिए, ऐसा कुछ है वहाँ?
नहीं, ऐसा, सी आई पर्सनली फील दैट टेकिंग अ डॉग इज अ 15 to 17 years कमिटमेंट. लोग कुत्ता तो ले लेते हैं, है ना, इनिशियली लॉट ऑफ पीपल गेट कि चलो बर्थडे प्रेजेंट में या किसी ने गिफ्ट कर दिया, बट इट्स अ 15-17 years कमिटमेंट. एंड यू कांट से कि अब मेरी पोस्टिंग हो गई या मैं अब कहीं मैं जॉब अब्रॉड ले रहा हूँ, अब मैं ये कुत्ता छोड़ दूँ. बट वंस यू टेकन द डॉग हैज़ गॉट यूज टू इट, एंड फॉर हिम यू आर हिज वर्ल्ड. वंस दे गेट अटैच टू यू, यू आर देयर वर्ल्ड. अब हमारे पास जो बोर्डिंग में भी आते हैं डॉग्स, हम उनको कितना मर्जी प्यार से रख लें, दे ऑलवेज कीप लुकिंग फॉर देयर ओनर. They'll always keep, because you are their world. They're just looking back to go home. So I personally feel everybody doesn't have to take that. सबके circumstances same नहीं होते हैं.
Right.
And it's a big commitment. बच्चे is a different commitment. Taking a dog is a totally different commitment.
बच्चे फिर भी बड़े होके अपना टेक केयर
अपना चले जाएंगे. प्लस बच्चों को आप हर जगह ले जा सकते हो. आप रेस्टोरेंट जा रहे हो, आप बच्चे को ले जा सकते हो. हॉलीडे पे आप बच्चे को ले जा सकते हो. आप जब डॉग लेते हो तो आप उसको हर जगह नहीं ले जा सकते, ले जाना भी नहीं चाहिए. आई नो सर्टन पीपल हु फोर्स देयर डॉग ऑन अदर पीपल कि नहीं ये तो हर जगह जाएगा, यहाँ भी जाएगा, वहाँ भी जाएगा, विच इज़ ऑल्सो नॉट राइट. You should respect other people's feelings and other people's boundaries. So that is a big commitment. If you're able to take on that commitment, please go ahead. Please ensure that you take the dog. But इसके बाद there should be no excuse. एक बार आपके घर में डॉगी आ गया तो once he dies, that is the time only that he should go from your home. And होगा भी. उनकी लाइफ भी कितनी है, 15-17 years है. आपके सामने ही डॉग ने जाना है, most likely, in most circumstances. So it's a very emotional thing. I've always had dogs. Since I was a child, I've had dogs in my house. But a dog came and adopted me once. So most of the times dogs come and adopt me, or cats come and adopt me. So this dog came and adopted me when I was in Ahmednagar in my second posting. And when he died, we didn't know how old he was, and he died while I was doing my PG. In 2001, I think he died. For 13 years, I couldn't keep a dog. I'm such a big dog lover.
Oh my
So the trauma is also because you love them. I mean, it's an unconditional kind of love. So 13 years, I couldn't keep a dog. I mean, it was that bad. But thereafter, when I took on, then I took on. Now I have 3 dogs and 1 cat. So it's a big thing. And people who will love them naturally, तो वो हो ही जाएगा, अपने आप ही हो जाएगा. But मेरे को सबसे ज़्यादा बुरा यही लगता है. I see lot of these things coming up कि अब हमको नौकरी मिल गई है, अब हम पोस्टिंग जा रहे हैं. तो वी ऑलवेज आस्क देम कि भी तुम अपना बच्चा भी छोड़ के जा रहे हो क्या? नहीं ना. तो
मैम ये तो बहुत सुनने को मिलता है कि व्हेन द पोस्टिंग कम्स पीपल पुट इट इन द सोशल मीडिया आल्सो एनीबॉडी इज देयर टू अडॉप्ट आवर डॉग बिकॉज नाउ वी आर गोइंग आउट फ्रॉम हियर. So this is something
it's not easy for that dog. That dog goes through a lot of trauma. I mean, लोग कहते हैं कि भाई dog ही तो है, but ऐसा नहीं है यार. They have feelings. In fact, people said कि cats, even I was never a cat person. They say कि cats में feelings नहीं होती. I have a cat now. I know that person. I mean, that cat has lots of feelings. He is as attached to you as a dog. He may not show it. He's not like a dog who will come wagging his tail. But he will come after half an hour. He will come once you've been out. He'll come and acknowledge that okay, you're back, kinds. So all animals are feeling.
Just like humans, some humans are able to express their feelings and some don't.
Yeah, cattle dekh lo, cows dekh lo. Every animal has feelings. They're sentinel beings finally.
Yes. Ma'am, do you have any message for the women over 40 who want to reinvent themselves?
So if you are not happy with what you're doing, and if you have the wherewithal where you can kind of finally change the direction that you want to take, I feel that you should take the plunge. I will not say that everybody should just leave whatever they're doing and leave everything and just go and do yoga or something. नहीं, practical होना ज़रूरी है. I always say, I tell Alok also, I could take this plunge, my husband. I tell him because I could take this plunge because I knew you are there. There's a steady income.
Family is very
Support
important.
is there. A steady income is there.
Yes.
I can take this plunge. But ऐसा नहीं है. Even if you're a single earning member of the family and you're not happy with whatever you're doing, you can plan it. You can go ahead, plan for 6 months. At least you should have a 6 months reserve with you. Then take a call and do whatever you're doing. Planning is very important to whatever you're doing. जो लोग कहते हैं ना market research करना, वो important है. बिकॉज आप किसी भी चीज़ में प्लंज कर जाओ, आपको पता ही नहीं है, आपको एंड 2-4 दिन बाद आप यू कान. सो वो है. एंड यू शुड वट एवर यू डू. मुझे तो इतना पता है कि जो भी बिजनेस खोलो या कुछ भी अगर आप करना चाहो तो आपके पास कैपेबिलिटी होनी चाहिए टू सस्टेन इट फॉर 6 months, इवन इफ नो इनकम इज कमिंग इन. 6 months to a year if you're able to sustain it and you're there and you're doing it again and again and again, I'm sure you will succeed in it. That goes for anything, a shop, a restaurant, or pet boarding. We started our pet boarding. Now I have 3 branches in Goa.
Oh, lovely.
I started my first branch. For a month and a half, I had 1 dog. We sat with 1 dog. And
what is the name of your boarding?
That's also a nice thing. My boarding is called Onu Konu.
Onu Konu.
Okay, so Onu Konu has no meaning.
Okay.
So when I tell people, they feel कि इसका क्या है. So my younger daughter, she used to use a lot of these, toddler words. So whenever she wanted to do something on her own, she used to say, मुझे ये Onu Konu करना है.
Achha,
So
okay.
that's how I picked up. I said, now this is my own venture. So I picked up that word and I said, we'll name it Onu Konu. Okay. So that's how Onu Konu came up. And we have 3 branches in North Goa. And for 1.5 months, I sat with 1 dog. This person only, my man Friday, he told me कि ma'am, is it a correct decision? Because हम rental भी दे रहे हैं, salary भी दे रहे हैं. I said no, it is a correct decision. I know, and things spread by the word of mouth. It will spread. We do a good work here. This dog goes home happy. We get more. So that's how it worked. Now I've got 3 branches. We still have, even in this, we have, because it's a cyclical thing. छुट्टियों में लोग आते हैं, holidays पे आते हैं या holidays में जाते हैं. तो dogs come in boarding more that time, during Diwali,
Yes,
during New Year's, during Ganesh Chaturthi. May, June में बहुत आएंगे. So it's a cyclical thing. So there are times when one of my boarding is sitting empty. And then again you have a self-doubt, why should we have opened 3 branches? But I say no. It's correct. Whenever जब आता है rush, then I'm so thankful that I have a branch there where I can, accommodate all of them.
And I'm not necessarily कि गोवा के लोग ही बाहर जा रहे हैं तो आपके पास छोड़ के जा रहे हैं. Probably when the somebody is coming to Goa with their pet.
Definitely. So what has happened after COVID is a lot of people are traveling in their own cars.
Yes.
So all the population which comes from Bangalore or Bombay, up to because of the highways, even people from Delhi and all are traveling in cars. They travel with dogs. It's become so easy to travel with your pets because of Airbnbs. I do this travel lot of times. I carry my dogs. I got my dogs and cat from Goa to this place. So you book Airbnbs or you book pet-friendly hotels. So they come there. Now, even if they have a pet-friendly hotel, they need to go out sometime. Maybe they need to go to the casino or they need to go see the nightlife. Then they can't take their dog there.
Yes.
So that is the time they board with us. As I told you, these foreigners, they do a lot of adoptions. So when they do adoptions, there is a time frame, 2-3 months, which are required for them to do the paperwork. That
Okay.
is the time they board the dogs with us. I have students from BITS Pilani. Okay, there's a BITS Pilani campus who've taken the dogs off the campus. They've adopted those dogs, but because they are students, they can't keep them with them. They said, when we pass out, we'll take the dogs. So the dogs have been with us for 2 years now. Another student has just left his dog. He's again, adopted a dog, left him with us. He said, when I pass out, I'll take the
Such
dog.
a great thing. I've never heard about this.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
students
yeah.
also adopt and then they
Yes,
keep
and they pay. I don't know how they pay. Of course, I give them a concession.
Of course.
But, and I don't, if they're late for payment for 2-3 months, it's fine.
Because that's a wonderful
But they
job
pay.
they're doing.
But they pay. I'm sure they pay from whatever their
pocket money.
parents are paying them, So it's great.
Very nice. How nice. Like they have adopted the dogs and they're
Yes.
keeping it and they're paying for the boarding also.
Yes.
Such good human beings. Ma'am, if your army self has to talk to your Goa entrepreneur self, so what would it be?
My army self, if she were to talk to my Goa entrepreneur self, I feel she would have said that you should have become a vet in the army. I feel that.
Okay.
And sometimes I feel if I would have become a vet, I would have become a much better vet also. So I was a good gynecologist. And I mean, there's no doubt about that. And I
I'm
did
sure.
whenever I was till the time I was in the army, I did my job with utter honesty. I did it very well, and I don't regret. People ask me, that do you regret
Leaving
hanging
the
up your
army,
uniform? Do you regret not doing gynae? So no, I don't regret. It was a decision which I took, on my own, and I'm very happy with it. I've moved on.
Truly second innings, ma'am. Like
Yeah,
first
yeah,
innings
yeah.
you have played as a gynecologist and now you're playing as a entrepreneur, and that too the compassion and everything stays the same, right?
Yes.
So it is truly very inspiring, and especially a lot of things you're doing. You're not just an entrepreneur. You're an army wife. You're taking care of those commitments. You yourself was an army officer, so you must be also having a group. So that also you're carrying along with you, and then you take road trips, and then you're a mother. So many roles are being taken care of with such honesty. I think you're doing a great work, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
There's a lot of effort and very inspiring for the women who wants to take up the career after like 40 years. कभी हमें लगता है ना मैम कि अब क्या, बस हमारी ज़िंदगी ख़त्म है, हमने कर लिया, हम यही करते रह गए. हमारा वो रिग्रेट हमें होता है. मतलब कई आई थिंक मैनी वुमेन कैन रिलेट टू दिस कि उनको लगता है कि हम जैसे होम मेकर्स भी होते हैं जो आजकल अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ बहुत ज़्यादा हैं, सोशल मीडिया इतना एक्टिव है, तो जो होम मेकर्स होते हैं वो भी सोचते हैं कि हमने क्या किया, हम तो बस घर में खाना ही बनाते रह गए. और बट दे आर ऑल्सो डूइंग अ लवली जॉब. बट अगर उनको लगता है कि दे हैव समथिंग इन देम, और नहीं भी लगता फॉर दैट मैटर, फॉर एग्जाम्पल यू टुक अप सो मेनी रोल्स बिफोर यू एक्चुअली वेंचर आउट योर दिस नीश. तो आपने पहले क्लोथिंग जैसे आपने बोला शुरू किया, फिर आपने कुछ और सोचा, फिर कुछ बहुत सारी चीज़ें सोची apart from being a gynae. You were sure that you will not pursue your
Gynae, I was very sure, yes.
that you were sure. और
Yeah.
उसके बाद things happened and you finally got your niche and your passion is now converted to your
So what I've read also and what I've heard from a lot of people, you need to put yourself out there. ना कुछ तो करके देखोगे, maybe you will fail in that, but you need to take that first step.
थोड़ा comfort zone से बाहर
Comfort zone से
निकलना.
बाहर निकलना बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है. In fact, when I moved to Goa, I didn't know anybody there. It's not कि मेरे कोई relatives थे या friends थे या कोई भी नहीं था, मैं किसी को नहीं जानती थी. I just moved. So that kind of a move, that kind of a step you have to take.
Yes, it
So
was completely
तभी-
out of your आपको एक बार तो लगा होगा कि जहाँ आपके पेरेंट्स हैं आप वहाँ रहो, या जो रिलेटिव्स हैं वहाँ
definitely
रहो.
all everybody, and not that कि हमारा घर नहीं था. I have a proper house in Greater Noida. वो छोड़ के मैं रेंटल में जाके रही हूँ. So it's just that I wanted to do something different.
Yes.
It's just that I wanted to, and
एक perseverance और एक अंदर आपका, you were self motivated that way.
Yes,
And you
I was
had the
not
support.
sure what I wanted to do, and that is what you're saying ना. A lot of people will not be sure what they want to do,
yes.
but कुछ भी अगर आपको लगता है कि ये अच्छा लगता है मुझे, उसको way to monetize it. Finally, monetize is not कि I'm not earning crores from it, but yes, I'm not paying out of my pocket, which makes it motivational and which makes it, easy to carry it forward. If you would be paying out of your pocket and then it becomes difficult after sometime it becomes a burden.
yes.
But here it's not that. You're not earning too much, but you're doing something and it's keeping you happy.
Contentment,
It's very
yeah.
content.
So ma'am, what are your future plans for expansion?
So right now I have 3 branches, as I told you, in North Goa. I may expand into South Goa. I have taken up, or I am in the process of taking up a plot to build my own place so that I can, build it on my own. I, in the future, also want to open an NGO where I can work towards animal welfare in the correct way, and include other people also, like-minded people in it, so that we can actually work towards it. And my ideas, as I told you, so that I'm able to implement them on ground. So that's what I plan in the future.
Lovely. So ma'am, coming from the background of army and going to Goa, where you can be completely a different person, because so much of freedom, independence, and an army is like you're restricted towards your dressing sense, you're restricted for your lot many things, the way you carry yourself. और गोवा तो एकदम liberal है. तो मैम, what do you think your lifestyle has changed?
Definitely, it has changed. See, Goa mein, not only is it liberal, the way you dress is different, है ना? And self-expression ज़्यादा है. If you notice my hair, I could do this in Goa. Till I was in the army, you had to maintain a certain kind of thing, and it's kind of fed to you also by the society कि ऐसे करना है. But once I was in Goa, I could just be what I wanted to be. Nobody is there to judge you, which I feel is a very good thing. Nobody judges you by your appearance or whatever, what you're wearing. But then, being nicely formally dressed and presenting yourself is also very nice. And it is because of my army background that I'm able to, kind of switch roles both ways. If I can be in a casual environment also, or I can be very formal also. And because of this, I'm very comfortable in both the situations.
You have been an army kid, right? So, ma'am, तब भी it was a nomadship. After every 3 years, you used to move, and then you got married to an army personnel. वो भी फिर आपका 3 और खुद भी आप army officer थे. तो मतलब throughout like 25 plus 16-17 years more, आपका आर्मी ही बैकग्राउंड रहा है. तो वो 3 साल में जो मूवमेंट होता है और वो कैसे मैनेज होता है वहाँ, मतलब हाउ डू यू थिंक इट इज़ ईजी? एंड देन बाहर के लोगों को लगता है यार सही है तुम्हारा, 3 साल में तुम मूव कर रहे हो, कम से कम बोर तो नहीं हो रहे हो, मोनोटनस नहीं है तुम्हारी लाइफ, एंड आर्मी पार्टीज, एंड हाउ पीपल थिंक अबाउट आर्मी, लाइक आर्मी कैसा लगता है उन्हें बाहर से. दैट अगर मैं उसके बारे में बात करूँ तो उनको यही लगता है कि आर्मी लाइफ आओ यार तुम्हारे तो मज़े हैं, तुम ऐसा करते वैसे. How difficult and how easy it is to be in army and to sustain that life?
See, when we were kids and when my father used to move, it used to be really exciting because most of the work was being done by your parents and you were just meeting new friends. But when I joined the army and when I had to move with my husband, initially it was okay. The only thing, settling down is a process. We all know that settling down, going to a new house, then settling the
by
whole
the time
thing.
You get settled, you're
again about to move. But the main thing for professionals like us, the main problem is that you kind of set yourself up in a place as a gynecologist. Everybody sees you, they know you're working, they know how good or bad you are, and then after 3 years you move. So before you move, your reputation is already there. They know, people already know kiski posting aayi hai, how she is. Then you go and establish yourself all over again in that place, because that's a new team altogether, new people altogether, and everybody, when the first surgery that you do, most of the times you are being seen by a lot of people because they want to judge you as to how good or bad you are. It's an exam, you have to pass that exam. You ask any surgeon, any gynecologist, and if you do well in that surgery, that respect, but that respect you have to gain every time in
After
every
every 3
posting.
years.
Every posting.
You're back to square one.
You're back to square one. That doesn't happen in civil life. People are in the same hospital for years together, So, but for us, but that is also a kind of a experience which you know and you like, because there have been times like in Tanga, we used to go there for TDs. I could operate even with a single person, whereas you normally operate with 2 through 3 people with you, handing you the instruments and all. But if it is not there, you'll operate even with a single person. You can operate even without that person, so you become so used to adaptation.
Adaptation.
And
Under any
adaptation ही है life
circumstances.
में,
you are-
adaptation ही है. I always tell my children also, be flexible. I mean, it's okay. नहीं हुआ कोई बात नहीं. It's okay. Move on. So that's.
And as a kid, was it easy for you to leave your friends and go to a new station and
I
make?
think as kids तो we used to be really excited. Maybe हमारे में वो वाली maturity नहीं थी, but हम तो बड़े excited होते थे कि अच्छा भी ये हो गया, नए बनाओ. It's only I think when I was in 10th or 12th that it started hitting you, because then it became difficult to make friends.
Yes.
Because that is a time, it becomes slightly difficult. But till then तो कोई problem नहीं थी. We used to enjoy our times and tenures.
And you have done your MBBS from AFMC,
AFMC,
the most renowned institute of.
Yes, definitely.
medical
Very
science.
proud of the fact that I am an FMC, right?
So the preparation and all, ma'am, like अब क्या difference आपको लगता है कि the kids who are coming now in AFMC and your times?
The kids are very smart who are now in FMC. Very smart and very clear about their objectives in life. हमें तो we were clear, doctor बनना है वहाँ तक clear था. Till the last minute, I was not clear whether I'm going to take gynae or what, PG. I remember I was standing for the interview. There were 3-4 people sitting for the interview. Until the last minute, I was not clear whether I want to take gynae or I want to take anesthesia. So I was not clear. And the person who was behind me told me also, he was my batchmate only, he said, don't take gynae, I want to take gynae. I said, I thought, okay, let me take gynae only. So I went inside and I took gynae. Okay. And they were so happy, the panel of interviewers, because there were 5 seats. The earlier 4 seats had been taken by male candidates. The last seat I took, and they were so happy that a female candidate took gynae. So maybe it's the impulsive nature, maybe not taking life very seriously. Finally, I'm just being flexible about things. I think that makes life very easy for you.
Yes, adaptation.
Adaptation, yeah.
Yes. Ma'am, how your kids, like while growing up, they have seen both their parents as doctors. So have you any time told them that, okay, since we are doctors, so legacy, aisa kuch, ma'am, and how your kids respond to the fact that sometimes both of you must not be available? So how comfortable?
So I feel because of us being in the army, our children became independent quite early. Most of the time we wouldn't be there, both of us wouldn't be there. And more TDs I used to have. So they became independent. They would do a lot of things on their own. There was no crying when mom had to go on a temporary duty. It was understood कि mama जाएंगी, mama 10-15 दिन बाद आएंगे. They adapted very well. Because we were in busy specialties, there were days when we used to do handing, taking over of the kids on the road or on the staircase. So we used to kind of arrange it like that. Ki, my husband used to go take his rounds and whatever had to be done, he would come back. Then till then I would be with them. Then I would tell him कि अच्छा ये मैंने करा दिया, ये तुम करा देना, and we would do the handing, taking over on the staircase, and then I would go for my rounds, and then I would come back. But it's not as if we made a hue and cry about it or
it's a teamwork.
It was a teamwork. And we used to think that this is life. Yeah. And we were happy. So
and kids were also
kids
like,
were happy. Kids, touchwood, are grounded. They are and they never questioned any of my moves. Of course, when I left army and I was not doing anything, that was the time they did question me, Mama, अब तो आप army officer भी नहीं हो, अब आप gynecologist भी नहीं हो, अब क्या हो, मैंने कहा पता नहीं है, I'm still figuring it out. But they never questioned. They were always there, and I feel that our stint in the army have made them very independent, stable kids. And if you see any army kids, because of the kind of environment they are and the kind of adaptability they have to undergo, because they have to change school so often,
Yes.
है ना? So they become very mature, stable kids.
And ma'am, it is not just about being in army. Nowadays, mostly both the parents are working. Even in the
Yes.
civil scenario,
Yes.
both the parents are working. So people judge जो नहीं करते हैं, जो घर में कोई अवेलेबल है.
हाँ.
People do judge them कि अरे तुम तो अवेलेबल ही नहीं हो अपने, मतलब civil में भी. It's not
Correct,
only about
correct,
army I'm
correct,
talking about.
correct.
In the corporate world,
Correct.
Everybody is busy.
Yes.
Maybe in army we are better.
Yes.
So, in this.
So as you said, no, did you inspire them to become doctors?
Yes.
We asked them. We asked them, are you interested? My elder one was definitely not interested. The younger one showed some interest. तो मुझे लगता है कि they get inspired by the fact that our parents are working and they grew up with the thing that we will also work.
Yes.
We will be independent
They are
financially.
learning by observing.
Yes, we will have to be financially independent and we have to stand on our own feet, which I think is required for everybody, a girl or a boy.
Absolutely.
I mean, you have to be financially independent before you can take a decision about your life. So that they have learned from us. And that, I think, whatever people may say about working couples, but that is what you're teaching your child. Tomorrow your child is going to be independent and become financially independent and take decisions for their lives, which is very good. I have nothing against women who don't work or who are housewives. I mean, they are doing an equally good job. They're bringing up children. It's a choice. It's a choice you've made.
Yes.
That choice should be available to your child. You make them independent. They don't want to work later. It's up to them. But उतनी capability देना आपका काम है.
Correct, ma'am. Absolutely. So nowadays थोड़ा society थोड़ा less judgmental भी हो रही है इस वजह से, क्योंकि both the parents are working now और एक दूसरे का समझ रहे हैं, या ज़्यादा judgmental इसलिए हो रहे हैं कि अगर किसी का बच्चा by chance कुछ स्कूल में ही कोई शैतानी करते तो बोले वो फटाफट जज कर लेते हैं कि पेरेंट तो ध्यान ही नहीं दे रहे हैं.
देखो, न्यूक्लियर फैमिलीज तो हैं ही अभी आजकल, है ना? न्यूक्लियर फैमिलीज हैं, जजमेंट्स होंगी, बट आई थिंक वी आर नॉट रॉन्ग. जो भी हम आते हैं वापस, हम क्वालिटी टाइम देते हैं उनको, है ना? वी एक्चुअली सिट डाउन एंड हियर आवर चाइल्ड आउट. So what happens otherwise is कि आप पूरा दिन शायद बच्चे के साथ रहोगे, but maybe you are on your mobile or you are somewhere else and you're कहने के लिए आप बच्चे के साथ हो. But we are very clear कि क्योंकि हम सुबह से शाम तक वहाँ नहीं थे, तो whatever time we are spending with the child, we should be with the child and we should try and give quality time and listen to what the child has to say. I think that is what is more important.
And lastly, ma'am, in your life, if you had one title to give to your life, if you'll write a book of your inspirational and motivational life, so what would it be?
I don't know. Maybe I will call it Living Bindas, without thinking of the consequences per se and not harming anybody, but trying to live life on your own terms. As I said, even driving around जो है till 2014, I never used to drive the vehicle on highways because as all husbands are protective, my husband was also protective that if you drive, then women drivers, people will take pangas, don't do it. But
they
once
again become judgmental.
So once, but I did that. And I started driving on my own and riding on my own. There was no looking back. It's such an independence. And today the roads are safe and everything. So I feel living life on your own terms without harming anybody. I take full responsibility for my children, for my husband. I do everything which is required.
That is the reason, ma'am, why you get support also. Because you're not you're not leaving any responsibility of yours. You're along with it, you're carrying.
Doing this also. And it gives me, I mean, traveling gives you a lot of, what should I say, initiative about, about our perspective. It changes your perspective about a lot of things. And I want my daughters also to do it. And thankfully, they are picking up the traveling bug. Because I feel that traveling really improves your perspective about things, improves your horizon, and you learn a lot about lot of things. And I try to take them on these cultural things also, in the sense that I try to take them to our religious places, so that they get kind of grounded to the roots also. So we will have one fun place, and we'll have one, you know, religious place where we will go to during our
That's a great
these
thing.
drives.
That's a wonderful. I think it is a great advice also for the parents, or the children also who are listening, that fun part भी अपनी जगह है, पढ़ाई भी है, और
Exactly.
being rooted and grounded
Yes.
to your roots is also very important.
Yes. So that's what I tell them, that if you want to live a certain lifestyle, then you have to work towards it.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Thank you so much for being part of this. And I'm sure that people who are hearing have also learned a lot from this conversation.
Thank you so much.
So, this conversation shows us that courage doesn't retire, it transforms. For more such meaningful conversations, subscribe to the channel and spread the vibe. This is Neha signing off. See you in the next episode. Thank you.